Being a dentist and owning a dental practice is not easy. I should know. I do that. This is Paul, Dr. Nacho Goodman, and welcome to Talking Nachos, where we interview amazing people, sponsors of our community, about how they help us do three things: increase success, decrease stress, and most of all, reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside. This is Mr. Grumbly, the Crying Side Monster, and I have an amazing guest on with me today who is a fantastic part of our community, awesome sponsor. Would you share with us what you do, who you are, and what you do to help dentists?
Absolutely. I'm Will Gilmore. I own Elevate Compliance. And first of all, Doc, thanks for having me.
Sure.
And yeah, what we do is comprehensive OSHA, HIPAA, and infection control education for the practices. And we've got a really fantastic online platform where you can manage forms, certificates. We do manuals for the office, and we're really more of a compliance partner than a compliance consultant. We really want to kind of go on the journey with you and be there to answer questions for you and help you wherever we can.
Love that. I mean, being a dental practice owner, it can be totally nacho nuts. All the things you have to do. Get the right people on your team. My basketball here to remind me my failed dreams of playing professional basketball, but I keep it here. Will get the right people like you on their team. Before we dig into your story, I want to share people can text Elevate to 215-543-6454 to connect with you. And you have a special offer of our community. What's that offer?
Yeah, so actually we have two I'll talk about. So one of them is if you sign up by the end of April, if you join our organization by the end of April, we offer 15% off your first 3 months on the platform. That's the best deal
Nice.
we've ever done. We've extended that through the end of this month. But anybody, regardless of whether you're a client or not, can reach out and we offer a free practice compliance analysis, self-guided analysis, which is just a really cool tool that you can use. Kind of goes through everything from the administrative policies to how you actually, are in practice in the office and things to keep an eye out for to kind of get an idea of where you are in terms of overall compliance in your office.
Awesome. Thanks, Will. Well, we like to talk about fun stories, frustrating stories, scary stories. And I know when you were involved in ocean, HIP, and compliance, you have some cool ones. So tell us what you're going to share with us today.
Yeah. So there are a lot of scary stories, but I'll avoid those. This is actually kind of a funny one. I've been giving lectures for OSHA, HIPAA, and infection control for 10 years, and this has only happened to me once, and it was just recently. I was giving a lecture in an office, and an OSHA investigator actually came into the practice right in the middle of my lecture. And
Wow.
so normally, and for anybody watching this, normally I would not advise asking an investigator to come back at another time. I always say if you can, get them in when they show up the first time. But I told the investigator in this case, he seemed like a pretty nice guy, and I said, "Look, we're literally right in the middle of going through this stuff. Would you mind coming back in a couple of hours so we can at least finish up this portion of the course and kind of go through it?" And luckily, he was a super nice guy. He's like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll come back." The
Yeah.
complaint had been filed by a former employee in this office, claiming that they were using vinegar and baking soda to
Wow.
sterilize instruments, or I wouldn't be sterile, but disinfect instruments if it even does that. And so the investigator came back, of course, a couple hours later, and the doctor said, "I don't think we even have vinegar or baking
Yeah.
soda in the building." And of course, the investigation took about 5 minutes. He checked that off and wrote them a letter the next day saying, "Thanks for your time," and it was all good to go. But yeah, just very interesting. I'd never had that happen before, where during my actual lecture, an investigator had come into the office. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
that
wild.
is pretty wild. It's like, taking a course on flossing and have the hygienist just pop in. So
Yeah, exactly,
it's like,
exactly.
yeah. Now, what you shared, I want to kind of bring this to life. You were at a court, at an office giving a lecture. So
Yep.
kind of if there's some practice owners on here thinking, I just bought a practice and all they have is a OSHA binder that they never opened. Or maybe there's a practice owner being like, we need to pay more attention to this, but it feels so overwhelming. What are kind of some practical steps for people to get started with you? Tell us how this works.
Yeah, so we do have the online platform, which is really great because it allows the practice owners a place to actually go and take a look at compliance in their office, right? As you mentioned, a lot of practice owners have had those, big bulky OSHA manuals that sit on the shelf, and realistically, let's be honest, nobody really looks at them all that often. They're not a very practical tool for you to use. So by having the platform, we actually have some practical tools that you can use every day that are very easy to access, very easy to use, and really don't add a lot of time to the plate of the dentist. Because as you know, Doc, there's, I'm sure, just abundance of free time laying around for
Yeah.
everybody, right? So this is the easiest, most efficient way to be able to kind of manage compliance in the office. So we do the lectures, we have the online platform to get started. It's really easy. Just go to our website, kind of begin. I always like to start with a brief kind of introduction meeting. I call them. I don't call them like a discovery call, things like that. It's an introduction meeting. I want to take the opportunity to get to know you. I want you to be able to
Yeah.
get to know me, ask questions. And then from there, we kind of just get started. I collect some data about the office, which we use to build your manuals, get you set up on the platform. It's very, very easy and totally comprehensive.
I like it. It's important. I mean, and also dental offices, we have new team members coming in. They could be coming from an office where things were done different. It's an opportunity to get everyone aligned. There's nothing
Yep.
more important than patient safety and team safety. What I'll share as a practice owner of more than a decade, these things make you look great to your team. Not only important to do for your patients and required and fulfill legal requirements, if that's the right way to put it. It
Sure.
also shares with your team that you care about everybody in that office. And to
Yep.
me, Will, that makes you seem like a great leader. Is that something you've seen over the years?
Absolutely. And I always tell people when they ask, well, what is a real reason why we should be compliant? Because everybody obviously knows you want to avoid fines from the government, right? That's kind of the easy answer. But practices that really focus on compliance tend to have much lower turnover, which in today's day and age,
Got it.
turnover is such a difficult thing to deal with for a lot of practice owners. So less turnover, better trust within your community, because when you have a practice that's clean and compliant, your patients see that too, right? It's not just
Right.
about your team. Your patients also see it. They feel more comfortable there. It's got so many other ancillary benefits beyond just avoiding those fines.
I totally agree with you, Will. I so appreciate you supporting our community. People can text Elevate to 215-543-6454. Take advantage of the special offer and definitely that free analysis. Will, I appreciate being a friend, a sponsor, and thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Great to see you as always, Doc. Thank you.